Welcome to another week of Final Fantasy XIII with Dice and
Izala.
we're catching back up on a really big airship.
Slash maybe Felsi.
Yeah, at least
There
one.
she is, the Palamecia, pride of the Sanctum Sky Fleet. This mighty flagship currently serves as a prison for the Lassie apprehended in Nautilus.
That's to get the sales pitch sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, it's a warship, but also a prison. But it's super cool.
So they've just been maintaining all of the SciComm structures for what, 3,000 years?
Official sentencing upon
Something
the
like that.
convoy's arrival in
It's
the
been a
capital.
while.
So what's with the freak show?
So the Primarch can stand in judgment of the villainous Lassie, with their execution as the climax. The people will cheer their demise, and Fal'Cie dominion will be undisputed.
All part of the plan.
Yes, but it also presents an opportunity.
In a display of unwavering dedication to duty, the
It's nice that she
Primarch
waited to give her
himself has
report
boarded the
for his
Palamecia
soliloquy.
and focused his
Right.
personal attention on resolving the Pulse crisis.
They're baiting us, trying to draw us out.
Bait, huh?
Yeah, that's right. Here are your friends. Come and get them.
Well, if they're daring us to mount a rescue, I'll take that action. All in.
Alrighty, bets are on the table. We leave when you're ready. I'll be standing by.
So I don't remember if you mentioned this on recording or not, but this is just Star Wars, right?
It's just Star Wars. At least, definitely from some of the camera angles they use. Like, this is clearly, like, I don't know, maybe not clearly, but it seems pretty inspired from
Yeah.
Star Wars
Saz and
shots.
Daniil is our top priority. You gotta play it smart this time. I'm charging in without a plan.
I mean, the
That's
plan
not
they
me
have
talking
here
strategy.
leads very heavily in that same. They just did a Star Wars. That's all.
I mean, if you want literal Star Wars, that would be Final Fantasy XII.
I kind of wish I could talk to him.
I feel like that's more like
I
the
guess I have to make
space
my own
opera
choices.
side. I think that took like
Yeah.
the storyline of Star Wars like all over. This is more like just piecemealing.
Yeah, like
SciComm
they
has
took
us
kind of
under
like the
surveillance.
political part of the story for
While
Star
they're
Wars.
busy
And just,
watching the wind blow.
I mean, I don't want to say that they copied it, but they follow basically the same structure.
Time
So
is
Final
quick.
Fantasy
Our
12
brigade will
is
launch an all-out
the
assault to back you up.
the prequel series where there's a lot of bureaucracy, and Final Fantasy 13 is the New Hope Star Wars trilogy.
It's the scruffy rebels. We're just missing a Wookiee.
Come on, let's get this show on the road. I finally found Daniil again. And I'll be
This
back
hangar
if
is
Rose doesn't
very
stand around
busy.
while she's in trouble.
There are ships constantly launching. And
Well, I mean, they're still looking for the Lassie. They don't know where they are.
But once we take off, there's no turning back.
they seem awfully deferential to us. They're like, oh yeah, you know, we just like abducted you or whatever, but you can leave whenever you want. Yeah, just like let us know when you're ready to start this mission.
We got that impression from Snow when he showed up again in Palampolum, too. It was just like,
Yeah.
you're just part of this now? Okay.
This baby back here is a SciComm vessel. It'll deliver you to the Palamecia.
Oh, we're cargo now?
A parting gift to our rotting government. Take those SciComm guys apart.
And we're supposed to take on all of them? I think the whole division's on board.
I don't care how many lackeys they've got. Bring them on. Vanille's in there.
I'm sure she's fine. Daniil's tougher than I could ever be.
Not saying much.
Are you scared?
Yeah,
Maybe if he had a gun.
but I'll be okay.
Or a knife.
Instead of
It's
you.
boomerang.
And this guy. And Fang. We're all in this mess. We gotta stick together.
Right. Enough with the bonding. It's go time.
Oh, now it's go time. Before it was we'll leave whenever you want.
These guys.
Well, you said yes. That's why I'm here, even though I was just standing over there.
So this is what a bloated military budget gets you.
We didn't expect to see you here.
Well, they can
in
just print
person,
money.
Your
I'm sure there's a FALC dedicated to that.
This
Yeah,
crisis threatens
the
the
FALC
entirety
mint.
of the colony, my son.
The FALC goes,
You
brrr.
agree that standing at the fore is a leader's charge?
Wholeheartedly.
It also affords a splendid view of the impending execution.
I don't know if you could have made a more suspicious looking Pope.
Stand by. Verifying identification code.
You let me land this bird or I'll crash her into your ass.
I've never worked in air traffic control, but I don't think that's what normally happens.
Yeah, but your tags authenticate, so you're fine.
You're free to dock.
Not damaged in any reason. How would a SciComm vessel get damaged and return to base? I guess Lassie magic, but I feel like at no point has there been a single SciComm. Like there hasn't been like a small alcove that they managed to infiltrate and like destroy.
But there's got to be at least like one SciComm drunk driver that like took one of those out and like, you know, ran into rocks or something.
There's basically been nothing but the full SciComm force every time they show up.
Oh, yeah, stealthy.
She's got waved goodbye.
Yeah, at least in Star Wars, when they hid as cargo, they were hidden.
What? They're just for the occasion.
Code red. Attention all crew, this is not a drill. Code red.
See, that did not take very long.
Let's tear them up.
We're here.
Why
for
would you have
Neil and
cameras on the
Saz.
inside of your
Stay
ship?
focused.
Oh, it's a prison ship? Why would you have cameras there? Oh, this doesn't make sense.
Remember when they cut that conversation about strategy short?
Oh, we do the Snow in the party? He's not controllable. So maybe he's the,
He's there.
yeah. He's just yelling constantly, orchestrating what we're supposed to be doing. It's just always just running gun. This is the force that SciComm musters to meet us.
Yeah. Even though they have the whole division on board.
Well, they can't all come at once.
Yeah, but this is a code red.
Hey, you don't
This
know
is
what their color spectrum is. They
true. It could be the least severe. They're gonna escalate to code yellow. I also find it kind of weird that you're fighting a SciComm infiltrator that's ostensibly defending the ship.
They're the healers for some reason.
You gotta credit ship, it's definitely Star Wars.
Looks like they want to play.
No kidding. So where to?
Right up there.
Ah, yes. Forward. The literal only
Don't
path.
remember inviting you.
So we haven't been in the Crystarium with these guys for a while. Not that we got a lot of experience in the previous run. Saz and Vanille had very few combat encounters, and we didn't really end up with much. And the CP we gained there did not last long. And they got like 6 nodes at most on each of these characters. Time-honored tradition of editing my paradigms again.
Only gave you new character members.
and they respawned. Or the second team showed up.
Yeah. For the Code Red, they managed 3 more people now.
Okay, Hope, go do that.
Yeah, how does everyone else get up there?
Magic.
And how do you get on that? Oh, okay.
She still has that anti-grav device.
What? Okay. I don't know how everyone else is following her. We'll see, was it worth it?
No.
No.
Something bad's waiting for us.
It's the foreshadowing.
I mean, the background's really pretty.
It is.
Won't be going back that way.
We'll find another.
Unfortunately,
Way ahead.
I really question the practicality of this, like,
Let's go.
balcony system here on the side of their prison airship.
Don't go getting blown away now.
This does not seem very aerodynamic.
Well, they're not really flying particularly fast, right? Like, they're in a holding pattern. This is a carrier, effectively, right?
Yeah, it basically is.
Or I guess the equivalent of this Death Star.
I don't know what incentive there is for them to have a very efficient military, though. It's probably just a jobs program.
So, if this is inside Cocoon,
Yeah.
and the SciComm is supposed to be, like, the anti-pulse branch of the military, how does this act as a carrier to get to Pulse?
Well, that's what I mean. I think this was just a jobs program. I don't know that it has much military value.
Like, we know that there's a giant hole in Cocoon now.
Right.
But so did they build this since the War of Transgression? Or come into existence if it is a fal'Cie?
I mean, perhaps there was always, like, a garage door
Yeah.
in Cocoon.
And that's what Ragnarok broke down, was the garage door.
Yeah. Well, they expanded it.
Oh, it's like a Supermax for Panama Canal.
Exactly. So you're fighting essentially, I mean, they're literally called deck drones. And there's really no indication that there's still, like, a Code Red security breach going on.
Nope. Besides the jetpack commando guys.
Who doesn't even seem particularly interested.
It's a Dragoon. So maybe they're actually the like the pest control. So there's randomly dragons will show up on the edge of the thing, so they need Dragoons to clean up the dragons that
They're like, yeah, we can't have them walking around on this deck that we have on the side of our airship for no reason.
You can barely see the top.
Yeah, I do some menuing here. It just takes a while. Nothing of particular note. We do unlock the mother load was unlocked from the previous encounter area. That lets us buy upgrade materials. But it's just a long list of items. I think I tried doing some upgrades here, and we just don't have the money to really facilitate this. come in here, I try to buy some stuff, and I don't know what I'm doing.
I mean, to be fair, the upgrade system is kind of hard to take advantage of without a guide. They hide some information from you.
Ship's parked. Maybe we can.
I got 6 levels on that weapon. That's good, right? I don't have any idea how many levels there are, where I should be at this point.
Nothing I can't handle.
Yay!
I seem to remember that until, like, I don't know if it's the next chapter or, like, a couple chapters from now, they kind of don't expect you to upgrade at all.
Based on surprised?
Like, based on kind of where they put those star rankings at, except for, like, a few that are kind of odd. But it kind of seems like they don't really expect you to be doing that much damage.
The, like, some of the bangles and stuff can upgrade pretty easily, because I did one of those earlier on. I got tungsten to star. I couldn't upgrade it from star until probably now. I could probably, if I bought all of the different types of stones, I could probably upgrade the tungsten, but I can have access to like 2 tiers beyond that.
I'm just still trying to figure out where the, like, what the purpose of this deck is.
We jumped up on a ship. It is actually a docking area. Those little areas make the ships get good.
Oh. I see. I mean, I get that it's like a fantasy world or whatever, but it's always nice to see when, like, thought is put into, like, how things actually exist.
They wanted this outdoor sweeping vista for you. You can't even appreciate it.
I mean, it does look pretty. But, like, I mean, if you look at the the camera angles right here, first of all, the skybox is hidden because there is a roof over this deck. For some reason.
It's a wing. It's not a roof, it's a wing. But also, I'm not really I'm not sure why their technology still requires wings.
Right. They have anti-gravity.
So maybe it's actually a mustache.
Yes, that's it.
You see, we need the airships to dock so that we can jump on the airships to get higher up.
Checks out.
That's why those decks are here.
The decks with, like, also no support structure. They're essentially just hovering.
Anti-gravity technology. They're very high tensile strength. They don't need a lot of anchor points.
That's why they have all of these drones to make the minor adjustments to the anti-gravity things that are holding up everything.
It just seemed like a lot of enemies, and I didn't want to deal with it, so preemptive strike. Also, every single one of these enemies flies. Quake still works.
Well, not only that, but Quake works when you aren't even on the ground. So, like, causing an earthquake here would have literally no effect.
I need realism in my fantasy sci-fi.
Sass?
Onto a dead body. That stands? Wait.
Enough. Is enough.
He's a pilot, not a marksman.
Missed. That is like XCOM percentages right there.
1 in 255 chance.
Why can't I do it?
I mean, I'm sure you have
No
another
reason to
bullet,
keep
dude.
living.
Oh, wait.
I can't even kill you.
Freeze! Take him!
Infiltrators here make sense.
Yeah.
You should be proud. Your son's a hero. The boy who saved Cocoon. We'll erect a memorial in Eden and put his crystal on display.
A memorial? He's a little boy!
As the son of a pulseless sea, he would have lived in shame and misery. Isn't it better he be treated with reverence as a monument to sacrifice?
So close to rhyming.
The next time your eyes open will be the last.
Vulcan neck pinch is Star Trek, not Star Wars, though. How could they?
There's actually like a hidden taser.
I'm pathetic.
That's my lie. I'm the one who lied to everyone.
Forget it. You can't change what's done.
But if I just told the truth...
Now. I've been thinking. You woke up from being a crystal once. Well, that means Dodge will wake up one day too, right?
So I'm not sure we have the technology to recover from JPEG artifacting.
What was it like? I mean...
It is
how did it
lossy
happen?
compression.
You were done with your focus, right?
I was chosen. I was made into a l'Cie to fight against Cocoon. It happened back on Grand Pulse, hundreds of years ago. We finished our focus, and we fell into a long crystal sleep.
The first day.
Nearly 16 hours into the game, we see the first events that happen.
Literally just a magical girl transformation.
You're not wrong.
Bang! We woke up on Cocoon to the start of a new focus. Fang, she'd forgotten everything. And for me, just the thought of hurting people again, it was too much.
Why don't we get Fang's
So I
magical
lied.
girl transformation?
I played dumb.
She's not narrating.
Said I'd lost my memory. I wanted to escape my fate as a l'Cie. And ever since then, I've been running away from it.
Let us through! Block our way, you die!
You trying to get him angry?
Yeah, I thought maybe they'd run.
It's like, I'm not in the party that's doing the fights, so...
You thought they'd run? Let me refresh your memory. Those soldiers think they're protecting Cocoon from Lassie.
See, it's still Code Red.
Falsey have them all brainwashed.
Falsey, I have had it. We cannot let this go on.
Attention all crew. Code
No, everything's fine.
Code Green. Security forces stand by. Hostile forces on
Wait,
board. Code
is
Green.
Code Green more elevated?
It's differently elevated.
I mean, I would say the level of annoyance for the Siren is much higher on Green.
It's great. I love it.
Flashbacks to Final Fantasy X there a little bit.
So, this corridor in particular is generally considered like one of the first grinding spots for this game. Basically, every enemy you fight here has a chance to drop either a credit chip or a incentive chip. The credit chips we've seen plenty of. They sell for 500 gil. The incentive chip, which is
Nothing I can't
a
handle.
great name, sells for 2,500 gil. So, a combination of that plus they give almost 1,000 experience per encounter kind of works in the favor of this area.
Thanks.
So I heard the siren for a very long time. Spoilers.
That probably be the thing that makes this not so much a great grinding spot.
Luckily I have the capabilities of mute, so it's just a matter of remembering to not have it on mute when I start it up again.
That was close.
Yeah, and so yeah, this combat encounter, first time seeing the Psycom Huntress. She is capable of casting Bravery, Faith, Protect, but mainly Haste on herself. And they also put 3 infiltrators, which are the Psycom Healer. So I made the mistake of trying to focus down the Huntress first, thinking, oh, she has haste, that's not great. Nah. With 3, it's the Planetrons all over again. You need to basically kill some of the healers. Surprise, surprise.
Except it's even better because instead of only making the sound effect when they heal, you get it all the time.
Infiltrating the Palamisia was a mistake.
So, like, early on, some of these Psycom guys had, like, really crazier looking outfits.
The Warlord variants, yeah.
But now for somebody named Huntress, it's, like, fairly standard uniform.
Yeah, really short shorts and thigh highs? Japan.
You would think, like, there'd be some kind of, like, crazy, like, headdress or, like, some kind of, like, with the name Huntress compared to, like, what the Warlords and stuff looked like.
Nah, it's just a motorcycle helmet.
Yeah. You would think it'd just be more elaborate given the other designs, but nah.
I mean, I think the Hunters is probably the same class as, like, the Raiders and Infiltrators here. It's just... Are we assuming that women can't be Raiders and Infiltrators? Or is the character model nondescript enough that it could be male or female and it's just, like, slightly higher ranking female soldiers become Huntresses? Is it an upgrade path?
Who knows? We'll have to find the manual on the Psycom military ranking.
Yeah. I'm sure somebody made one. So this area is actually that area we dropped in at. So we're refighting that encounter that we first got here with. So that long deck section, not normally supposed to go that way. So I guess it's like the catwalks. But yeah, so yeah, we grinded for that for a while, and we had 46,000 Crystarium. That was, as far as I could calculate, that was how much I needed to max out our Crystarium for this point in the game, and we accomplished it. The biggest thing that we got is actually finishing off Medic for Lightning, and I'm not sure if Hope got it too or not, but we get Raise. Cost 3 ATB, and we also get a Renew Technique, which is a TP spending heal. So basically, potions are useless now. Not that we use a potion in a while, but... It's just
quite a lot.
A lot of stats, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the last tiers take like 1,000 per node, and the last roll takes like 2,000, so it goes by fairly fast. And then we also get to explore selling all of those credit chips and incentive chips, and we got 175,000 gil. And then we instantly spent over half of it.
Yep. How the upgrade system works.
Yep.
Money.
Yeah, it's a real weird system. Like, it's almost pointless to get regular drops unless they fit into a very tight category. So, I'm not sure if I bought them already or not. Maybe buying them here. Yeah, Creature Comforts, Sturdy Bones, there's a couple others that I have access to at this point. They're basically the most efficient way of getting a multiplier up. There's a hidden multiplier experience bar that you're basically trying to fill to 500 based on... you said it's actually in the manual of those numbers?
It's in the official guide. I don't know about the game manual.
Yeah. But you get to a 3x multiplier, it costs exactly 36 of the Sturdy Bone category items. There's only like 3 items that are worth that amount, basically. And then you dump as many of the high experience items, the inorganic, that you can. Our best one at this point is Crankshaft. So we took the Gladius weapon, which is the strength-focused lightning weapon, and we upgraded it all the way to 26. We then used one of the Umbrights we had managed to get at this point and turn it into Helter Skelter. And it carried over carried over the amount of experience we had earned on that weapon up to that point, which put it to level 16 for Helter Skelter. We lost some raw stats, but then we were able to dump into 36 Sturdy Bones again, get the 3x multiplier, then dump a full stack of Crankshafts, which basically doubled the amount of experience we had put into it previously, getting us to like almost 31, making it a massive stat increase over everything else we had at this point. Unfortunately, it doesn't really feel that effective. She definitely does more damage than anybody else in the party, but I think the raw stat scaling doesn't necessarily feel all that great. These guys are just big dumbs.
On your toes.
It's a Viking.
It uses fire instead of lightning. So yeah, so Fang's hitting for like 1,800 and Lightning's hitting for like 3,000. So she definitely scales much harder inside the stagger windows, which is great, but the amount of stat boost that we've got just doesn't feel like it correlates 1-to-1. so I think the raw stats are a little suppressed.
And I'm trying to think. I don't think the weapons have any kind of like a weapon damage property or anything. It's purely the stats that.
As far as I'm aware, yeah. There was an interesting discussion. So part of the reason why I decided to go with Gladius instead of the Axis weapon that we were using is apparently the AI is supposed to bias whatever has the highest stat. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that works when it's your main character doing the auto battle. It still seems to throw in a lot of the regular magic, even if the elemental resistance plays in the favor of the 2 strikes that I have at this point. It won't do all strikes. It'll occasionally throw in a regular magic one.
I can only imagine why.
So I will actually be using the abilities window sometimes. I'll typically do the first ATB bar as auto, especially if it's a initiative or preemptive strike, since that will get the ATB spent the fastest, and then I have to menu a little bit to either load all Aqua Strikes or all Spark Strikes. And Commando should scale pretty hard with attack also, and it does, but since we already have one Commando with Fang and she doesn't have Ravager, I'm still keeping Lightning as Ravager, and that does Elemental, but it's hard to tell whether or not one is actually better than the other.
You just got a bunch of roll level ups in the Crystarium, right?
Yeah.
So you might be seeing some benefit from that as well. Because I think like they start to get pretty significant. I don't remember the.
I think we're only level 3, so we haven't really gotten a lot. We got a lot in regards to different roles got a rank up, but no one role is particularly high rank. Yeah, the whole loot system,
Things are about to get interesting.
most of the loot doesn't matter. There's a lot of items where, while it can be used for upgrade, it's better to sell it and then buy upgrade materials with that gil instead.
Yep.
And it doesn't really tell you which way those items are.
So yeah, at level 3 Commando, you get a 10% damage boost for your allies for just having the Commando in the paradigm.
Yeah.
And then on self, it's a 2.2x multiplier, but it starts out as a 2, so
Thanks.
it's roughly twice as big as the allies' bow.
Yeah, so having her as the main is great, having the strong upgraded weapon. It's just, I still feel like I'm missing a lot of like elemental exploitation and stuff like that I could be.
Change of plan.
Well, you're not quite far enough to have the full suite of elements available yet.
Target's a target. Time for another approach. Keep the enemy off balance.
Yeah, double Huntress with a Viking is just a relatively hard fight.
with the siren going off in the background still.
Yeah, I couldn't let you forget about that.
Yeah. It's part of the experience. Still, like, you know, considering the noise, not that many people responding to the fact that you're on board.
Well, I mean, I ran past 2 huntresses, getting up to this encounter, so it was like, fine. Yeah, and then with the stagger, it's actually hard. Like, I think I might do a transition, a paradigm shift here. I basically do the same damage with an exploited Ravager versus a Commando, but it's hard to know if that's actually the case since the stagger is still going up that entire time.
Yeah.
Attention all crew, code green. Repeat, code green. Security forces stand by. Hostile forces on board, code green.
Get up! You're being moved!
It's time for your vaccine.
Come! You too!
World-class soldiers.
Alright, time to split. Not run.
No,
There's a
that scene
difference.
could have used some hit markers.
Let's go.
So when is the Final Fantasy XIII FPS spin-off?
It's a Battle Royale mobile game.
Oh, right.
Deserve to escape?
What? You'd rather
Your
die?
goal is to constantly give away guns.
Yeah.
Because that's
It's the Grand Pulse Grand Prix.
Scares me. Scares me so much. I think I might die of fright. So, I push myself to live even harder. I can just imagine Dodge laughing at me talking this nonsense. Right now, I'd do anything to see that smile. Stay positive, right?
Saz always gets the funkiest jams. Also, are there Gestalt mode model kits?
What do you mean?
Like, so Sun, the anime production house, I guess Sunrise Productions, was a subsidiary of Bandai, and so stuff like Cowboy Bebop was meant to sell those spaceships as model kits. I'm wondering if they designed some of the Gestalt modes to be like Final Fantasy model kits.
Oh god, I hope not.
Like, I know they have like the Kai line with a lot of stuff. I don't remember seeing much 13 stuff. My wife actually does have a Saz posable figure, so they did exist, but I didn't see a car with it.
I mean, I've never seen them either, but it is possible. I know they did make figures, and I know Lightning was a fairly popular character.
Oh, yeah. But I feel like the Gestalt modes are primed for like model kit territory.
Yeah. I don't know who they would appeal to. Like, hey, remember your favorite Final Fantasy summons? But what if they were cars? Like,
how about 2 ladies? The thing is, I also know that they have like Dragon Ball model kits with like Goku. It's actually a model kit of Goku Not a figure.
Not a model kit.
Model kit.
Yeah, I'm struggling to imagine what that entails. For some reason, my brain is like, is it like a Mr. Goku head where you can like... yeah, I don't even know.
And yeah, so we also got to carry all of that experience over onto Saz and Vanille, so they ended up with like 53,000, something like that.
What's that?
We also upgraded Vanille's Belladonna wand. That's the one that increases the debuff success rate. Possibly helps with the Dispel too. We've been dispelling a lot more. But I think it's success rate and not necessarily application. But basically upgrading anything gets so much stat difference that ultimately, unless you're going to actively upgrade everything, pick one, run with it. Seems to be the general consensus.
Especially at this point in the game. Where, like, you kind of just got the ability to really afford doing upgrades. Also, the Flanators are back, but now there's no Siren.
Yeah, they actually, I don't think they heal the entire time I fight them. Even though we are attacking multiple enemies, they apparently don't heal the Flanborgs? Seems weird.
That was the first... Wait, did all of the encounters have a Flanator and I just missed it?
The first encounter had a Flanborg and a Flanator, and then it was a single Flanborg, and then I think it was double Flanborg, and then that had a Flanator again.
Okay, so it's just the last one.
Yeah. Straight DR. He's basically our tank on this stage.
You know, I'm really glad they're on a part of the ship that doesn't have the siren system.
This thing's gonna keep us out.
Not only does it not have a siren, but it has good jams.
I was trying to think of like a rhyme for like chill beats to break out of jail too. Like, I guess that actually works. I didn't have that finished when I started that sentence.
Another upgrade. Or side grade.
Looks like we ain't the only ones cleaning house.
It's all just bad things are happening.
Come on, let's hurry.
Quick, somebody. What's another color?
It could be location based.
No.
Like, oh no, we're being infiltrated from the outside. It's red. We're being infiltrated from inside the crew area. It's green. We're being infiltrated from this place. We're being infiltrated from the prison.
Yeah.
I guess purple might just be Prison Break, right?
It could be.
Yeah.
We'll find out next time.
We'll find out what more colors we can find, too. Thanks for watching.